Hi, guys. This is Joe Kelly. Today, we're going to be talking about if you have been feeling that you sometimes lack hope when you act. You know, you might be feeling sometimes, I hear actors talk about the fact that they're not hopeful about how great of an actor they are, or they're not hopeful that they're gonna get better because it feels bad and tense and nerve-wracking to act. And you might feel like you do have talent and you work a lot and you rehearse and you prepare for your auditions, and then you tape or you go to the audition and you feel like your instrument closes down on you, and you've maybe taken a lot of classes and been in classes forever, for as long as you can remember. And though you know more about acting, you're kind of feeling hopeless about you being any good at it because you're still not feeling free. You're feeling resistant and tense and blocked, and you're not, exploring your full potential, which can be annoying and saddening to feel that there is no hope because you've kind of tried everything and you're not having a very fulfilling experience when you act. And then there's another side of the lack of hope that I see actors struggle with, which is that sometimes actors feel a lack of hope for the industry in general. So I hear actors saying, "Oh, but I never get any auditions, or my team is not good, and so if I don't have a team, then there's no hope." Or I don't get enough jobs, or I don't get jobs, or I don't get the jobs that I want. So at all levels, actually, no matter where you're standing, I'm hearing actors complain about, not feeling hope and really about feeling hopeless. And of course that feels hard, right? It feels like draining to not have any hope about the one endeavor that you've put all your passion in, like it's your life choice, it's what you do. And if you're not feeling any hope about it, it can be really, really hard emotionally, draining and saddening. And you might also feel, because it's so draining, that you might go kind of in and out of the profession, right? You might kind of, okay, let's put all our hope in it again, and then, oh, reality, or I'm not feeling great when I act, or I'm not having the jobs I want, or not any jobs at all. And then you kind of let it go and go, oh, I can't do this anymore. Why am I even hoping? I don't want to hope anymore. And then like you go in and out of your passion, of your profession, which of course is even heavier on your instrument and definitely affects your commitment. So you go to an audition or you do a tape and you've been zigzagging up and down with the hope and feeling like there is no hope, or you should have more hope, or those things. Well, then you're so drained that when an opportunity does knock, well, there's no way that you can get back on your feet. There's no way that you can pull it all together and be really present, because 50% of you, or 10% of you, or 90% of you wants out anyway, or thinks they should be out of this profession because it's too painful to be in it. It's too painful to know how to act, and yet when the camera's on, you just shrink and you're not able to be yourself. And it's too painful to look at the horizon of the industry and go, it's unfair. I don't get the jobs I want. I don't have the team I want. I don't even have the auditions I want. So it's like, ugh, why am I even trying, right? And I feel you. That's hard, and it's not working. It's hard on you, and it will not make you book, right? So I think that what I would like to orient our discussion on today is to really look at why that's happening, right? Because the idea here is not to say, come on, guys, be hopeful. You got to have hope. You got to have hope. What's that going to do, right? If you're feeling that you don't have enough hope, or it's not always there for you, and it's something that you have like in your barometer, like hope is something that matters to you, me saying you got to have hope is like wind. It means nothing, and it's not going to do anything for you. When you're feeling that you're acting and you're not fulfilled with the way you act, you're not fulfilled with how instinctive and free and unbound you are, and you take all of those classes and you get hopeless. Well, the reason why you're starting to get hopeless is we're always coming back to the same thing, is it comes down to your conditioning, right? You've been conditioned, you've been raised, you've been educated to trust the information that comes from the outside, to trust the authority that comes from the outside, to trust the knowledge that comes from the outside. So inevitably, when you're approaching your acting career and if something is off and something doesn't work, and you keep looking outside because that's how you've been raised and wired, like that's where the information is, that's where the improvement is, that's how we learn, and you think that outside will give you solutions, you can go from class to class to class. You'll never have the unlearned behaviors that you are. You'll never have your instinct back, because what's preventing you from being instinctive and free and enjoying yourself when you're acting, really like being full of joy, no matter if you're into drama or into comedy, is the fact that you have a bunch of learned behaviors. You have a bunch of resistance that sits on top of your instrument. And so as soon as the camera says action, you shut down because you think there's a right way to do things. There's a right type of emotion you should feel. You're basically stuck in the cage that you were put in when you were little. And I'm not saying that to say, oh, they're, your parents or your schools were evil. It's just the world we live in. Your whole system has been programmed and wired like that. So it's really difficult for you to be able to just be connected with yourself, since all you've been asked to do is to disconnect from what you feel, from what you want, from how you want to behave, from what you want to do, and actually connect to what others want of you, right? So the work to do is not to go continue learn from others on methods on how to act. No one can teach you how to be free. No one can teach you how to be instinctive. You already are. What you have to do is unlearn the conditioning, undo the formatting and the programming that keeps you kind of caged in the learned behaviors, right? And then the lack of hope that you might sometimes be feeling about the industry is kind of a consequence of the first one. The industry is as it is. It's not more difficult than another industry. It's not more challenging. It's not unfair. It is what it is, and you know what it is when you get into it. So when you decide to be an actor, and some of you are singers or dancers or writers, the industry is as it is. There's no point trying to fight that or trying to complain about that. It is as it is. And when you have an instrument that's completely instinctive, no matter what is happening around you, when you can be instinctive in a challenging audition room, when you can be instinctive and you've gotten a self-tape 3 hours ago and there's 10 pages of a scene for you to be doing and being present and being surprising and being alive, when you can be on a set and your scenes are being changed left and right and you're having problems with your partner and the director and someone else in the team, and yet you can still show up and be as open, alive, instinctive, and free as ever, then the industry starts smiling to you, because then you're not using the industry as your excuse for the difficulty you're experiencing in your career and as an actor, but you're actually able to navigate the industry because you have freed up your instrument, because your instrument is professional. It can take the challenges, right? It's like if you're a tennis player and you're at Wimbledon, do you just throw your racket because the game is going to take 5 hours this time? No, it's part of tennis. That's what it looks like. Is it hard? Yeah, but you've prepared for it. So sometimes if you get in that loop of, like there's no hope, this industry is too hard. No, it's not. It's what it is. 5 hours long of tennis games. That's what it is. Are you ready for it? So hope is not something you should wish for. That's why I'm not going to tell you, come on, be hopeful. Stop lacking hope. Hope is not going to do anything for you. You don't want to be hopeful. You want to look at what's the problem. Why are you not feeling incredible when you act? Why are you not getting auditions? Why don't you have a team? Why don't you have any auditions? Why don't you book them? The reason, not the fault, the reason is in your hands. It's your instrument. So when you know that that is where the situation is happening and that's what you can take care of, then you have a strategy, you have a plan, you take care of that, and then you start seeing some results, right? Hope is not going to help you face any challenges. Hope is not going to make you free when you act. It's not going to make your experience of acting less tense and less nervous. Hope is not going to make suddenly the industry feel like, oh no, it's great, I got lucky. No, there's luck everywhere in the industry. Are you ready for it? And yes, it is a challenging industry, like all industries, but it's not more challenging than any other industries, right? Yeah, if you want to start doing this work and not get stuck in the hoping or lack of hope loop, I'm going to share a free training, which is called Stop Trying to Be a Good Actor so you have a chance at being great. If you want to look into the work that we do, you can type reset in the comments and my team will send you some information about that. Make sure to get the free training so it'll make you, take your first steps into this direction. Okay? All right. Thank you guys. Bye. If you're interested in this and if this makes sense, if you want to do this work, you can get on our wait list. You click the link below. And as soon as we open enrollment, we'll let you know.